Honored, Aryna Sabalenka joins Carlos Alcaraz and Sinner in celebrating Laureus Award nominations. Aryna Sabalenka gets candid about being nominated for the 2026 Laureus Award alongside Carlos Alcaraz and Sinner. The 2026 Laureus World Sports Awards will take place on April 20th in Madrid. Several tennis players have been nominated in various categories, including Aryna Sabalenka, Carlos Alcaraz, Sinner, and Amanda Anisimova, among others. Recently, the Belarusian expressed being honored at being nominated for the Laureus World Sportswoman of the Year award. Aryna Sabalenka reacts to Laureus Award nominations alongside Carlos Alcaraz and Sinner. This year, Alcaraz and Sinner have been nominated for the Laureus World Sportsman of the Year category, while Anisimova is recognized in the Laureus World Comeback of the Year category. João Fonseca is nominated for the Laureus World Breakthrough of the Year award. It's worth noting that Alcaraz is already a Laureus winner, having claimed the Laureus World Breakthrough of the Year in 2023. In 2025, Sabalenka had an impressive year, winning 4 titles: the Brisbane International, the Miami Open, the Madrid Open, and the US Open. She also finished as the runner-up in several tournaments, including the Australian Open, the BNP Paribas Open, the French Open, and the WTA Finals. These outstanding results in 2025 earned her a nomination for the Laureus World Sportswoman of the Year. Currently in California for the 2026 BNP Paribas Open at Indian Wells, Sabalenka was asked about her feelings regarding her nomination. In response, the world number 1 said, "It means a lot, and I'm honored to be nominated. It's a huge thing in sport, and I really hope, I can win it, and I can get that beautiful little, I'll say, trophy. But, yeah, it's a huge honor, and I'm hoping for the best," Sabalenka said. Additionally, Sabalenka took to social media to share the news of her nomination, stating she feels blessed and honored. Alcaraz and Sinner also shared their nomination news on social media. Blessed and honored to be nominated. At Laureasport #Laureus26 medium lightskin emoji modifier, Sabalenka captioned her Instagram story. Looking ahead to Indian Wells, Sabalenka, Sinner, and Alcaraz are all seeded, meaning they will start their campaigns in the second round after a first-round bye. The Belarusian is the top seed at Tennis Paradise, and she will face either wildcard Alicia Parks or qualifier Jimeno Sacitsum in her opening match. Meanwhile, Alcaraz, the top seed at the ATP Masters 1000 hardcourt tournament, will compete against the winner of the first-round match between Gregor Dimitrov and Terence at Main in his opening match. Sinner, seeded second, will go up against James Duckworth or a qualifier in the second round. The Laureus moment. Why Sabalenka, Alcaraz, and Sinner are more than nominees, they're icons of sport. In the world of elite sports, few accolades carry as much international weight and emotional resonance as the Laureus World Sports Awards, often likened to the Oscars for athletes. It's not just about trophies and cliché photo ops. It's about the tale each nominee tells: triumph over adversity, brilliance under pressure, and legacy beyond numbers. This year, from the clay courts of Roland Garros to the hard courts of the US Open and the feverish rivalry on global tennis stages, 3 names tower in the collective consciousness of sport: Aryna Sabalenka, Carlos Alcaraz, and Sinner. This isn't just nomination news. It's a story of resilience, artistry, and the human spirit, an odyssey that transcends nationality, gender, and even sport itself. The Laureus World Sports Awards, more than just an evening gala. Before we explore the journeys of these 3 athletes, it's worth appreciating the stage itself. The Laureus World Sports Awards are a global celebration of excellence, recognizing not just victories, but impact, not just results, but resonance. Founded in 1999, the Laureus Awards highlight the very best in sport over the previous year. They're selected by the Laureus World Sports Academy, a global panel of legends and luminaries who understand that greatness isn't solely measured in medals or grand slams, but in influence, leadership, and inspiration. When an athlete's name is announced as a nominee, it means their performance resonated with the world, shaping culture as much as competition. And this year's 2026 event, set for April 20th in Madrid, promises something unforgettable. Because it's not only celebrating victories, it's highlighting the stories beneath them. Stories of struggle, greatness, and cultural impact. Aryna Sabalenka, from powerhouse to pinnacle. For fans of tennis, and sports in general, Aryna Sabalenka's 2025 campaign was one for the ages. A year that could, by itself, define a career. She finished as the year-end world #1 on the WTA Tour, asserting dominance not just in ranking but in presence. She reached 3 of the 4 Grand Slam finals, an achievement few can claim. She conquered the US Open, losing only 1 set the entire tournament, in a masterful final that underscored her blend of power, resilience, and tactical brilliance. Her consistency and sheer number of wins, including breaking records in prize money and titles, epitomized professional excellence. And yet, Sabalenka's nomination for Laureus World Sportswoman of the Year is about more than stats. It's about identity and impact. More than a player, a cultural force. Sabalenka's story is one of transformation. Early in her career, critics labeled her explosive but erratic, a player with talent but lacking consistency. But 2025 was her rebirth, a season where maturity met strength, where mental fortitude matched physical power. She became a symbol, especially for young athletes who struggle with doubt, pressure, and self-belief. Her nomination is a testament not just to wins, but to evolution. And when Sabalenka says she feels honored to be recognized alongside global figures like Alcaraz and Sinner, it speaks to her humility, even as she stands at the pinnacle of achievement. Carlos Alcaraz and Sinner, a rivalry for the ages. If Sabalenka's 2025 was about dominance, then the storyline unfolding between Carlos Alcaraz and Sinner is about the beautiful tension of competition. Both men have been nominated for Laureus World Sportsman of the Year, reflecting one of the most intense rivalries in modern sport. Alcaraz, the maestro from Spain. Alcaraz's 2025 was breathtaking, a season punctuated by triumphs at the French Open and US Open, where his resilience and strategic genius shined. With an incredible win-loss record and a slew of Masters 1000 titles, he proved himself to be not just a player, but an artist of the sport. For Alcaraz, the Laureus nomination is an affirmation, a validation on the global stage that his excellence resonates beyond tennis courts. Sinner, Italy's stalwart challenger. Meanwhile, Sinner's 2025 was equally compelling. With victories at the Australian Open and Wimbledon, along with a Masters title and a run to world #1 earlier in the year, he demonstrated consistency, cool-headed precision, and an unshakable competitive spirit. The Alcaraz-Sinner rivalry is one that has given fans some of the most thrilling matches in recent memory. It's a dynamic dance, sometimes rhythm, sometimes chaos, that pushes both athletes higher. When both are nominated side by side, it tells the world that greatness doesn't have a single narrative. It's diverse, it's shared, and it thrives on challenge.